Alright, so I think this is the new meta, guys, which is where you just like start without a just starting screen. Means I'm actively muting the tabs as I go along. That's why I was like pausing there. Alright. Are these set to the right thing? No. There we go. Can you hear me? Yeah, it looks like you can hear me. Okay. Thing is turned on. Is this working? Play some music. Sorry. I wanna hear Atosi's take on this. Atosi's my favorite commentator. Oh wait. Can't even see what I'm talking about. I'm such a fool. Atosi's take. I wanna hear Atosi's take. I'm gonna stuff my face with food. I just haven't streamed in a very long time, and I missed you guys, so I'm streaming. And I'm gonna stuff my face with food while. Oh, I'm sore. I did yard work today. I'm gonna stuff my face with food while I watch YouTube. It looks like it's all drama videos. Well, that's not drama, man. Mario creepypasta, whatever.
Limited edition shirt or hoodie, and we're gonna pick a random one in 10 minutes and give them $2,000.
Have we done iPhones yet?
Yep. Oh,
we did one.
Oh wait, hey
Guys, you ready for this
Mr. Beast will
solid C tier content?
These live streams might have some serious implications on the Mr. Beast channel the way that we know it. Or, well, there's a lot of stuff that's coming out that can actually do that every time you
At least I'm prettier than Sniper Wolf.
happens. So to categorize things, you have the absolute disaster of the allegations coming out against Ava Chris Tyson. That's going on over there. Then you have the old edgy remarks.
Who the fuck cut this pizza?
Mr. Beast made in 2017 or 2016 going all the way up until maybe 2018 that have been resurfacing online now. Then finally you have a YouTube video from an ex-employee titled "I work for Mr. Beast. He's a fraud." And that's a 53-minute video, so it really goes over a lot. But a good chunk of that is unnecessary fluff, as it seems like the dude has a bit of a grudge against Mr. Beast and his team for being fired. But I can't disregard the video because he does highlight some very interesting streams that Mr. Beast did back in the day. And these streams can lead to some serious consequences, as this trend, it's been around for a long
I love how Atosi gives such a fair presentation of everything. Most people I've talked about, they were like kind of glossing over the fact that the guy got fired from Mr. Beast. So it's like, yeah, he probably has a chip on his shoulder. And Atosi at least acknowledged that.
time, but Mr. Beast is by far the largest creator to have ever done this. And that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video, as so many creators have already done a pretty good job at covering the disgusting allegations revolving Ava Chris Tyson. This video, it just goes over a lot. But the first time I saw anything from this guy was a video he made outside of Mr. Beast's offices.
I'm outside Mr. Beast's studio right now. Here's a cornfield. I'll explain that tomorrow. I've just been driving by looking to see, you know, is there an FBI raid going on? What's happening? My name's Dawson. I worked at Mr. Beast from February to May of this year, 2024. Chris is the tip of the iceberg.
Not very long.
And when Jake the Viking says Mr. Beast knew, yeah, Mr. Beast knew.
I do believe that stuff.
Ava, Chris Tyson is a major liability, but they can't get rid of her because she's already threatened legal action and she knows too much. And when all this information comes out about everything that she knew, everything other people know, I promise you on everything Mr. Beast has done. Amazon, if you can get your money back, get your money back.
So here he shows some sort of NDA and claimed that he worked for Mr. Beast for a couple months this year and believes that Chris is essentially just the tip of the iceberg here. So he then goes on to drop that 53-minute video, which comes across as a personal vendetta video, as he brings up a bunch of stuff that just really is completely irrelevant.
Yeah,
but again,
some of it is like, why did you go talk about that, dude?
Extremely interesting. If you want to boil down the video into some main parts, you have Mr. Beast alleging faking videos for better retention.
Some of it's insane, though.
This whole segment about Airac's old editor Mac now working from.
Some of it doesn't bother me. Like, there's a few things where it's like, oh, they edited the bus wheels in post, so they looked like they were spinning. Like, really, dude? You're gonna call it a fake video over that? But it's like the running illegal lotteries for children. Yeah, that kind of pisses me.
Mr. Beast. Then you have the two largest allegations in the video are essentially rigged results in videos with money prizes and illegal lotteries. And the last third of the video covers Feastables and how it's marketed. So, starting off with the introduction of the video, it is beyond weird. This video is the opposite of saying, "Ah, he had me in the first half," because he lost me in the intro. If it wasn't my job to see what was up, I wouldn't have stuck around. Because, let's be real.
Yeah.
If you want to take allegations from someone seriously,
It starts off pretty wild.
like this.
Hi, I wanted to provide some context to this video. I'm a former Mr. Beast employee, and today I am alleging that the company rigged videos and did illegal lotteries and sold fake signatures. I would consider that fraud. Okay, thank you. Enjoy the video.
He definitely comes across as unstable here because, again, who in their right mind would present anything like this? But we're going to go through the main categories of this video, as, again, I feel like there's a lot.
Maybe it was Mr. Beast who made him unstable. Don't sue me. I'm not saying anything.
Lot that shouldn't be in this video and or is questionable, but then you have some very interesting finds and allegations which I believe are massive mistakes from the Mr. Beast camp. Starting off, the first thing he talks about here is Mr. Beast's strategy of giving away money to subscribers.
Now, Mr. Beast intentionally manipulates these children's vulnerable minds for profit using 3 simple steps which closely align with the 3 major types of behavioral learning. Step 1 is getting the viewer to associate the brand with trust and authority. Mr. Beast videos are real, and he's a great guy that gives away big rewards to his loyal followers. I will show you irrefutable evidence in a minute that his videos are in fact fake.
Okay, does he have proof?
I feel like this first part about the whole like, oh, this is how you get people to get engaged. That's like anyone that is successful at selling anything knows that. That's like marketing 101. So that's not like a huge
Proof he's not giving away money.
That's not anything.
Step 2 is showing the viewers that when people interact with Mr. Beast in a way that benefits Mr. Beast, when they do what he tells them to do, they win.
Yeah,
big
this whole
rewards.
thing. This is just how you
Sometimes
get
I feel like I just walk around with
returning
it's like,
customers.
Oh, thanks for watching my videos.
Hit that subscribe button because you might bump
You
into the
have to make them feel like it's
People
worth
are devout
what they're
followers of
paying.
Mr. Beast, they get rewarded. And step 3 is finally calling on the viewer to act in some way that benefits the brand.
Yeah,
Promising big rewards
that,
in return. Now it's your
the
turn
call
to
to
do what Mr.
action,
Beast tells
it's
you,
called,
you will win big
and
rewards.
that
You
it
actually
gets
won't
them
unless you're famous or
personally,
famous
emotionally
Mr. Beast
invested in the
employee.
brand, and
So
that's the
young
point of it.
impressionable viewers are made to believe that Mr. Beast is a trusted authority who can give them big rewards. These young viewers are explicitly shown that dedicated followers or random subscribers like themselves are winning big rewards when they do what Mr. Beast tells them. These young viewers are explicitly told repeatedly that if they subscribe, if they buy products or act in some way that benefits the brand, they will win big rewards.
Well, random followers are winning rewards, but there's like 300 million of them. So obviously,
Yeah.
very few actually win anything in the grand scheme of things.
I'm not making you $100. Subscribe, and you could win subscribe button, and you could also win $100. Seriously, we always fly subscribers down. They never fly random subscribers down.
That's a reckless statement. And
Yeah.
he doesn't have any proof here. I don't believe that he's never flown a subscriber out. You would think his accounting team could easily.
He's made lots of reckless statements like that, which is part of the problem. I like, if he really he could have, the video could have been so much better if he just focused on the things that were actually like the illegal lotteries sold to children and stuff like that. Like, just focus on the actual bad shit.
Debunk that.
Mr. Beast fakes his videos in ways that are worse than you realize. I say that because he's been exposed for faking videos before, and the common response is, why does it matter if the videos are fake? They're just meant to be entertainment. A large part of Mr. Beast's brand is the fact that he doesn't fake videos.
I remember when I first started seeing your videos, I was like, this shit's gotta be fake.
Oh yeah, it's a
Dude,
huge
so-
problem for us now. I actually have to dial back my content sometimes just so people think it's real. Also, if what we had to film was scripted, because what we do is non-scripted, so you have to plan for a bunch of variables that you can't control, blah blah. If what we did was scripted, holy shit, this stuff would be easy to pump out.
Have you ever faked a video?
But this train track is CGI, these bus wheels are CGI.
No way, dude. The obviously fake tire spin is CGI. I am all for calling people out, but don't sit here and just state the obvious. No way, dude. The bus is yellow as well.
Exactly. Yeah, I said this already. Like, who cares? A little bit of wow. They made the wheels spin in post. Who gives a fuck?
Well, is he faking videos or is he exaggerating the CGI effects to make them more interesting? Because I feel like the CGI we see from his content is fairly obvious.
Yeah.
Explosion is fake. Shredder is CGI.
Yeah,
This car is
like-
digitally lifted. This pit is fake. This guy.
So the explosion is definitely fake. Like I can see why people would
Yellow as well.
see
Is
some
he
of the other
faking
stuff
videos
and
or
not
is he
necessarily
exaggerating
see it's
the
super fake. But watch how fake this explosion is.
effects to make them more interesting. Because I feel like the CGI we see from his content is fairly obvious.
Explosion is fake. Shredder
Like,
is
look at that
CGI.
explosion.
This car is digitally lifted. This pit is fake. This guy is fake. This raccoon is a paid actor. Sure, this island costs more than $1. This city is not abandoned. These buildings are CGI. But it's not your only way out. You can literally get an Uber to the airport for $20. That's not a lurker. It's just a guy.
It seems like he's trying to do this thing of like, look at all these fake moments. Some
Oh, excuse me, damn.
Others, they
That
just
snuck
seem
up on
extremely
me.
obvious, like the bus wheel spin, or I guess the fake pit. Like there was
I
definitely
don't
a
really
pit there, but they did
eat
make it
anything
a little
today.
deeper with CGI, and I feel like that's pretty obvious in the video itself. And then you have some of those points where he's either guessing or just lying.
Got a little
Because
work
it wasn't
done,
hard
though.
to find that Mr. Beast did actually buy an island for $1.
This whole room is
I'm
fake.
exhausted. I don't know how long this stream's gonna be.
They had him die through this fake door twice. This line is scripted. This action is scripted. In fact, pretty much all the videos with Mac are scripted.
What we did was scripted. Holy this stuff would be easy to pump out.
See, that's a way more interesting allegation than a lot of the other examples he used if the Mac stuff is fake. I feel like he's just diluting his video rather than sticking to all the stuff he covers later on, which is way more heavy hitting. But
Agreed.
speaking of Mac, this is completely out of pocket.
Let's talk about Mac for a second.
We will die. Do you understand that?
I found public records showing that Mac moved from California to Greenville, North Carolina, where Jimmy is located, back in August 2023, 2 months before he appeared as a contestant. According to a former
Okay.
Mr. Beast employee, this is around the time when Mac started working full-time on the editing team at Mr. Beast. Also, he didn't just move into any old house, he moved into a $1 million mansion. Now, I'm not going to dox him, only some asshole would do something like that.
After doxing and bullying the pilot some more like a f***ing douchebag, turns to Eric and says, "How do I fly this thing?" Eric just starts pushing buttons.
But I did find pictures of this mansion online, so I fed them into ChatGPT and asked it to create similar images. And this is what it came up with. And it's honestly not that far off. His 6,000 square foot $1 million mansion comes with a movie theater and 7 bathrooms.
What are you gonna spend the $800,000 on? I mean, my life's changed now.
Yeah, I'm sure that $800,000 is really going to change your life.
Why is this included in the video? Is he renting a room,
Yeah.
living with a friend, or did he buy a $1 million mansion in a small town right as he started a new job? The last one seems like the least likely, especially with today's mortgage rates. But for context, Mac and Eric, they made a massive mistake by doxing a pilot back in a video a few years ago. So I get where he's going with this bit, but it's still out of pocket and doesn't really prove anything. I'm sure if he actually received $800,000, that's life-changing. Big YouTubers, they make good money, but you really, really have to be in the upper echelon for $800,000 to be nothing for you. I just don't understand
Yeah.
why this part is in the video when he had way more relevant and interesting things that he's bringing up later on in this video. So next, he covers the competitions.
Okay, so Mr. Beast
I don't think there's any amount of money where you reach $800,000 being nothing. Whatever they say.
But who really cares? I mean, the videos are just for entertainment only, right? I mean, it's not like he's ever rigged the results of a challenge. That would be impossible because he films with hundreds of random subscribers, right? Wrong. Let's look at this video. Not only were the results of this video completely scripted, but the contestants are not random subscribers.
So many people had jobs.
Oh, that contestant had to get out for her.
I think he's overusing the word scripted because people talk about this video a lot because this was one of his popular videos too, and it's like they did a lot of stuff to make it more fair because like the boys would have just dominated the girls. I think it's pretty funny, but it's what's the big thing?
Job.
Say now.
I guess you forgot she's your hiring manager. I actually recognize a lot of that did, but the contestant. Let's look at this video. Not only were the results of this video completely scripted, but the contestant.
Oh, yeah, he keeps overusing the word scripted. I don't think it was scripted. They did things that were definitely questionable and they interfered, but there's a difference between scripting something and inserting a new element or improvising. And I think they did a lot of improvising, and improvising is the opposite of scripting. Like, he's about to tell something that happens in this video that is the opposite of scripting it. They're improvising on the fly.
Subscribers.
So many people had jobs.
Oh, that contestant had to get out for her job? I guess you forgot she's your hiring manager. I actually recognize a lot of people in this video, including Jimmy's own girlfriend. So yeah, the random subscribers you see in challenges are actually never random. They're almost always local to Mr. Beast, and oftentimes friends and family of Mr. Beast employees, or just the employees themselves.
Okay, I actually know that guy. That's Josh. He used to be an editor of a friend of mine, Leon Lush, who many of you guys here know. If I remember correctly, Josh actually filled in for a contestant who couldn't make it last minute. I don't know about the others, though.
They are never random.
That's actually what a lot of people have responded saying, is that what happened with that video specifically is a lot of people got COVID because it was during that time. So they just had to fill in with people from staff or whoever they could find to get enough people to shoot it.
Subscribers. If you subscribe, you will not win $1 million.
It seems like this is kind of the theme in this video. He makes a provable false statement, but then follows it with an interesting point. As Mr. Beast definitely films videos with subscribers. But this is interesting.
And what's even worse is that the results of this video were completely scripted. According to a former Mr. Beast employee, it would have been a PR problem if the boys had won by a lot. And because so many of the female contestants were Mr. Beast employees who got out immediately, production stepped in to actually make the results of the challenge closer. You can actually see some of this happen.
So that's the opposite of scripting. Because if it was scripting, then they wouldn't have to have changed halfway through. Like, when you need to start changing stuff partway through, that's called improvisation, not scripting. The exact opposite.
Pays one of the boys $10,000 to leave,
which I think is hilarious, and it's quite possibly illegal.
Same offer to the girls.
The boys were blowing you out of the water. If I paid the one guy who knew how to solve them to leave.
But the guys were doing so well, he had to pay the guy that knew how to do it to leave, so the girls stood a chance. That's insane.
Now if you don't win, that was all for nothing.
At another point, he gives the girls a camera drone so they would have been able to see how many boys were left. It doesn't work out, but seeing how much they're willing to help them on camera, I'm willing to believe that they did, in fact, help them off camera. You know, apparently at the end...
So now he's just making baseless accusations where he has no proof whatsoever. He's like, well, alright, well, don't say that shit unless you have someone... Show us another text message where someone says, yeah, we helped them off camera too.
And they were only monitoring the boys to see if they stepped on the red line and not the girls, so that the girls would win the challenge. And to be clear, obviously the girls had an unfair start with having so many Mr. Beast employees get out immediately. You know, I think they all did deserve $5,000 for that, but also the boys should deserve a fair chance at winning, I think. I think that's the expectation when you run a game show.
Yeah, I mean, that's not fair. I'm assuming Mr. Beast did that to help the other team, so it's a closer race to make it a more interesting video. But by doing so, he's right. The competition isn't fair anymore. And this is where things could become a little bit legal, as apparently TV shows, they're not allowed to do this. But since Mr. Beast isn't TV, I guess they can do this. And it is a constant theme throughout his...
It's questionable. So they've expanded the law in the past. And I wouldn't be surprised if they did it again. Specifically for Mr. Beast. But also, the new show he's working on is with Amazon. So, if any bullshit happened with that, he could be held liable for that. Because it's like actual a TV show thing, I think.
It seems like the end goal is to always make the most engaging video to watch. If you've watched any previous Mr. Beast videos and are about to compete, I feel like you can assume some sort of tomfoolery will be involved because they're in the business of making entertainment for their viewers. Now, if this could turn into a legal situation or not, that is beyond me because I'm no lawyer.
So knowing that Mr. Beast likes the results to be close and that offstage producers can sort of influence how a challenge progresses, I want to show one more example. This is a real-time video, meaning that time elapses the same in the video as it does in real life. Now immediately the intro is sped up, and the timer is clearly added in post, and he clearly touches the laser here, but whatever, let's assume that it's all real time. When he reaches the bottom floor, he has to turn these water valves. Now you can tell that these valves aren't actually connected to anything because the water flows out in an instant, and it happens when he's not even touching the valve. The contestant also goes back to the first valve unaware that anything had happened, and he's still able to spin it. So the valve seems to spin freely and isn't actually connected to the flow of water. So you could assume that producers might be off camera with remote switches to trigger the flow of water. And assuming they've tested this, the producers might know how long it takes for the water to clear out of the room.
That could also be for safety, so nobody drowns on a Mr. Beast set, as that would be a way worse outcome than this.
So they can sort of decide on the fly how many turns of the valve it takes, or just when to trigger the water in general to make the results close. And in this video, spoiler alert, the contestant wins the money, so rigging the challenge could be seen as a good thing.
Okay, so he's saying the timer was added in post and the valves weren't real. That's not really enough proof for the video to be fake, but again,
Nope.
I don't really understand why he's putting
Like,
this in the video
so
when
many of his
actually
accusations are
like
just kind of
the
baseless.
largest mistake from the Mr. Beast team.
The FTC defines a
Yeah.
lottery as containing three
This is where
elements:
shit gets weird.
a valuable prize, random chance, and consideration, which can be time or effort, but in most cases,
Holy
it's just
shit, dude, wait.
the success
We gotta watch this next. Dude, I don't, like... Moist Critical took the biggest L. I should have seen it. Like, it should have been more obvious. But I never expected Sneeko to be like be able to drag Charlie down to his level, man.
run a contest or a sweepstakes, you must eliminate one of these factors. A contest, for example, eliminates chance, and a sweepstakes eliminates consideration. In determining if any Mr. Beast giveaways have been illegal lotteries, we need to identify a prize, which is distributed through random chance and cannot be won without spending
Damn.
money. On
That's
August
what happens when I
20,
don't eat well.
Mr. Beast live streamed
I get
him and
really
his
burned.
friends signing limited edition shirts celebrating 40
I went
subscribers.
grocery shopping today though, so
Some of the clips from that stream.
I
For
got
those of you
food.
who are just joining, if you buy
That's
one
good.
of our limited edition 40 mil special shirts, we're celebrating 40 million subscribers with a really big video, then we will sign that shirt, and some of them will get random prizes like this. In 10 minutes, right, because we got to give them time to do their card, we'll give 2 orders $500 each. 5 minutes, someone's getting $3 grand in their order. In 5 minutes, we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to put $1,000 in a random order. 2 minutes, newest order gets $2,000. Good luck, everybody.
So this was a 6-hour live stream. They took it down off YouTube, but 5 hours of it are still up on their Facebook page.
They took it down off
5
Facebook now
hours,
too.
I counted 46 illegal lotteries.
That is not good at all. He shouldn't have done that whatsoever. This might be a very expensive fine.
These lotteries are also run poorly. Multiple times they would say something like, buy in the next 5 minutes for a chance to win. And then 7 minutes later go, actually, the newest order in 30 seconds is going to win.
In 5 minutes, we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to put $1,000 in a random order. Hey, Daryl, don't we owe someone $1,000? We do. Yeah. So, all right. So the newest order in 30 seconds, we are going to put $1,000 in your package.
Yeah, that is a bad mistake. Also, deleting
Yeah.
the YouTube video and now that 5-hour Facebook stream after this video came out, that's not really a good look either. That live stream was definitely a terrible decision. Mr. Beast should have never done this live stream. I would definitely say this is the damning evidence in this long video.
Yeah.
Stephen K.
Okay. Ooh, Stephen King.
And there is no second giveaway 30 seconds later, like Jimmy said. This is just one very shady giveaway. They just go on to talk about how Steven made a profit.
Steven's a handsome name. So he actually walked away with some money.
We're proud of you, Stephen.
I counted 13 of these extra shady lotteries where they did not give the prize in the original time frame that they said.
Announcing someone made a profit in the live stream also is just terrible. That is
Yeah.
so bad. That could make people want to buy merch to make money. Like that's
That's why he did it.
There is no.
Okay, so we're going to put 2 iPhones in this pinata, and we're going to give it to someone who orders a shirt in 3 minutes? 5 minutes. Buy a limited edition shirt or hoodie, and we're going to pick a random one in 10 minutes and give them $2,000.
Have we done iPhones yet?
Oh,
We did one.
oh, wait. Hey, Daryl, first, actually, before we do that, we never picked a pinata.
So these clearly fit the definition of an illegal lottery. These clips are also not out of context. No one ever said no purchase necessary. There's nothing in the description or on the website. At one point, Mr. Beast is informed that they ran out of PlayStations, and he says, are we trying to not sell merch?
Our city is sold out of PlayStations. We don't have any. We have to give away. Are we trying to not sell merch?
So he clearly knows that they're making more money by running these illegal lotteries. Another shady thing he did was constantly suggest that they're doing too many giveaways to make a profit.
My guy over there doing the numbers is like, stop, please. It's like, you do realize every time you give away an Xbox and $1,000, you don't make money. I'm like,
Oh,
Yeah, that's not good at all. That's a
No.
very bad look. Overall, terrible.
Super
live stream
deceptive.
that should have
Yeah.
never happened. But unfortunately, he apparently did more of these live streams.
And by the way, the rest of these streams were taken down
Mhm.
shortly after upload, so all I have is some old clips and Reddit threads talking about them. Now, this stream did say, we are doing a ton of giveaways, no purchase necessary in the description. But to be eligible to win most prizes, you had to make a purchase.
Would you guys prefer? Would you prefer that we throw money in random orders, or that we throw items in random orders?
yeah.
Somebody screamed in chat, I want a Switch!
Hey,
Buy a shirt!
In 30 minutes, we are giving away my car to someone that buys merch.
Which each giveaway is its own independent event. You can't give one prize to someone who buys something and a different prize to someone in chat.
This is not good whatsoever, but it's definitely not a new thing. Influencers have been doing this for years.
Yeah.
But Mr. Beast is definitely the largest to do it. The last time I saw
This has
creators do
kind
this
of always been
was
illegal.
a couple weeks ago when
Which is one of the reasons I've always felt bad about, weird about doing like giveaways and stream on my stuff.
610 horsepower, all-wheel drive. The thing looks absolutely insane, and it's going to one of you guys who purchases anything at our website, cboytv.com.
The big thing is it can't be someone who purchases. So like, you're not allowed to give subscribers subscriber luck if you're doing a giveaway, but like basically everyone does it anyway.
Every
Fuck.
$5 that you spend on anything gets you automatically entered to win this thing.
What is interesting is they do have this disclaimer on the website. They just didn't really mention that in the video ads from what I saw. But apparently, you could have mailed a letter to get entries. And I'm assuming there's probably some similar system there for Mr. Beast's giveaways as well. It seems very similar to 8080 and or Omaze. I guess YouTubers just
It was something ridiculous, like you needed to send in 3x5 index cards with all your details on it, and each card only counted as one entry, and you had to send each card separately, which technically is not free because that costs postage and the cards. So you could argue that it's still illegal.
do this to boost merch sales, and I am just really not a fan at all. I can promise you, I will not be promoting Matt City in that way ever. But if you do want a custom toy car mat or a large mouse pad of a city near you, you can go to matt.city, which is in the link in the description down below. And I can assure you, you're only getting the product you buy, not $1 bazillion or an Audi R8. Sorry. Moving on, it keeps getting worse with these live streams.
So when they selected an order to give a prize, it was apparently always a large or extra large t-shirt. They kept saying things like buy in the next 15 minutes for a chance to win and then not honoring it. Multiple people claiming that their name was read to win a prize and they never received it. This person is still tweeting about it to this day. There's a lot more people complaining about the deceptive sales tactics. Reading all this really upsets me because I spent money I honestly didn't have for 5 shirts at different times during the live when they said things like buy now and you will get prize or money. And I received 2 orders and nothing but shirt, both with MB and one with a heart and one with a smiley. I was hoping for at least a couple things for Christmas for my family.
That's depressing. I mean, obviously, you can't expect to get something additional to the merch if it's all chance-based, but it does show that using these strategies to sell more merch burns your fans, as her thinking here comes across.
It's intentionally done. Prey upon people that are bad at statistics or just, in general, kind of stupid with their money.
Like a gambler. But I mean, hey, at least she had some merch to give for Christmas.
If the video of this live stream ever resurfaces, I think a lot of these claims will be proven true, which Mr. Beast definitely has this stream saved. He saves all his footage. So I'll ask you, Jimmy, will you publish this to prove your innocence? Also, using archive.org, we can see what the website looked like on the day of the stream, and while there's no mention of any sweepstakes whatsoever.
1 second. Yeah, I'm just gonna end stream.